So the worst has happened. Arsenal has lost. Manchester City are finally on top of the League Premier League table. I have my opinion on why we lost this match. What is yours?
I think we were complacent enough to play far too many back passes and not attack at the right point of time. And the first goal was probably the mistake that could have been avoidable. I can't comment on the second because as a defender, you have to go in for that ball. And if it hits and deflects, it's a hit or a miss. So I think that could have changed the game, but we should have been more prudent in attack.
See that's what I'm like. I don't think we were complacent. If anything, I think we were nervous today. It was such a nervy performance. Most of the players were just trying to get rid of the ball from their feet. Everybody saying, you said as well, like Jorginho had a decent game. I don't think he had a decent game because he needs to be doing a lot more at this level. You can't just be tidy in your passing. You need to be creating chances. If you're not going to come back on defending, which I get, he doesn't have the pace for it, so he won't fall back because all three goals Manchester City hit us on the transition where Jorginho is basically useless. So in that case, what he has to have done is at least help us pin Manchester City back in that half. And I just think it was such a nervous performance, man. I mean, even when you see Saliba and Gabriel making those passes just so sloppy in there, Odegaard was not really sure what he was doing on. Martinelli, unfortunately, just unable to get into the game again. And Ketia, I know you defended him when we talked about him, but come on, man, you got to finish. You got to finish at least one of those chances. You
Should
can't
have buried
not
one of
finish it.
those three. Should have buried one of those three headers. Uh, with Jorginho, I mean, this is his first start in the Premier League. I know it's the pinnacle. It's like you have to bring your A game every single game, but there's no point in faulting him because we knew what we signed up for. We knew it was a replacement, at least just for the end of the season, for a time when Partey might not be available, and it so happened to be this game. So I'm not really fussed about him. I really think we turned out decent. The first half was neck to neck. The second half, as soon as we left out the second goal, we were just a little more clueless than we should have been, and it just turned out. And Haaland, for all you say, was ineffective, to be very honest, except for that one chance.
No, man, I think he gave Gabriel quite. He was lucky. We were lucky to not get that penalty because he was offside, but he
Yeah.
had Gabriel by. I mean, that was a. And I think the thing was that Saliba had a really good game and Haaland just stayed away from Saliba. I think that was the more important thing where Haaland just stayed away from him and he figured Gabriel was going to be the defender that he was going to exploit. And they did exploit him, right? That was where two of the three goals came from that side of our field. And on the left side, of course, Tomiyasu, horrible mistake for that first goal. And like you said,
Tomiyasu on the right, no?
just Tomiyasu on the right. I mean, for the first goal, I'm saying
Yeah,
horrible mistake for that first goal. But both of the other goals came from the left of our defense. And like you said, like not
yeah,
super
correct.
unlucky for the second. I can't really hold it against him. But Gabriel, man, how the heck are you making that pass? Like, do you not see the players around you? Hoof the ball if you don't know who it. It was
It
a very
is.
frustrating game. For anybody who says this was a decent Arsenal performance, I'm going to say this was a horrendous Arsenal performance. We have seen Arsenal perform so much better. We performed better than this in the FA Cup game where we made six changes. I
I
think we
think
were just.
the second half is like probably biasing your opinion. Honestly, I want to say that yes, we were terrible, but I also want to say we were good enough in the first half. We were neck to neck. Could we do things better? Yes. Did we do things better? No. What do we take away from this game? Okay, our heads are not down. We are not down and out. We just need to make sure we get other results on our way now.
I
I
mean, that's
can't
been the
really put more emphasis on that now.
that's been the case, right? I think this was match number 21 for us. 18 games before this, we have lost 7 points in total. The last three games, you have dropped 8 points. This is just unsustainable, and it's definitely coming down to a mentality issue now, because for me, if we would have just shown a little bit more grit, if we would have shown, because Manchester City did exactly the same thing that Brentford did and Everton did. Push our players
Almost,
out
yeah.
wide. Do not let them attack through the center. And that's it. That's 3 games running that Arteta has had no solution for this problem. And we can't just keep saying like, okay, we just need Jesus back. No, there has to be another solution. We have to find another alternative to this, right? I don't know. I'm
I
just very frustrated with this result, man.
I think the squad depth again, the injuries at the wrong points in time, be it Gabriel Jesus, be it Emil Smith Rowe, be it Thomas Partey, who was surprisingly out today morning. And this really reiterates the fact that we need an alternative to Thomas Partey, be it a starter, be it someone on the bench. We just need someone who can do that job better.
And it has to happen exactly in our most crucial game, right? That Partey just goes out injured. I mean, that is just horrible luck and
Karma.
draw.
It's karma, or it's some twisted luck that others have pro- projected on us. I don't really have any other explanation. He trained with the team yesterday.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
how much more can you ask for? Like, what did it happen? Like, did he twist his muscle in his sleep? Did someone like kick him in his thigh? I don't know. It's a muscular injury, and in all likelihood, he's also going to be out versus Aston Villa.
I
I
couldn't
could
even
not
care at this
care
point.
less.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
couldn't care less.
what's I mean, at this point, what do you think? Like Manchester City, we have a game in hand. Okay, so we do speculatively have at least a chance to go 1 point clear on top, but there is still another game that we have to play at the Etihad. So City will feel really confident after today's performance. Like, do you see them losing steam at this point? This is pretty much um, the result that they needed to really go on a run now.
City, while they have been City for the last 3 seasons, have had their own weaknesses come up time and again at uninformed games, at games where you think City would thump the opposition 7 or 8-0, they end up with a draw or a loss. For example, the Spurs game where you would expect City to thrash Spurs without Conte, without a manager, without an identity, but they end up losing that. So at this point, I'm not really looking at City. I'm looking at Arsenal. I'm looking at the hope that we look at one game at a time and manage to avoid all the banana skins. Aston Villa, Emery, what do you call it? A
Coming back,
reinvention, a
yeah, he'll
reincarnation,
be back to get
whatever.
some vengeance against
Yeah,
Arsenal.
whatever. I mean, you should bash Emery, thrash that team. I think we meet Southampton after. I don't care who's the manager, who's the new manager. There's no new manager bounce now. We need to beat them. We just need to get a result every single game that is towards us, not
Yes.
them. And I think that's the only way we are
Yeah.
doing the inevitable.
This has to be the last time we drop points. Arteta needs to get back in there, do whatever he does, talk about concentration, meditation, whatever it was that got them through to this point in the season. We need some results right now. It doesn't matter where it is. We just
We
need some
need
results.
wins. We
Yep.
need 3 points. We need 3 points somewhere, somehow, but 3 points every game.
Well, I think Arsenal were nervous. Karthik thinks Arsenal were complacent. What do you guys think? What led to us losing this match? Apart from obviously Pep Guardiola pulling up another, genius tactic in putting Bernardo Silva down as a left back and all that jazz. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below. Is this a title race done or no? Like, what's
Not yet.
anyway?
Not yet. Not yet. I
Yeah.
mean, trust our star boy. Trust our players. Come on. You're wearing the same Arsenal shirt. Come on.
I'm just frustrated with how this result turned out, but that is me. I still have hope, but it's waning, man, waning. All right, but yeah, see you guys next time. Like, share, subscribe as always. Bye.